Have you ever been told that growing old means giving up on passion? That intimacy fades and energy runs dry with every passing year? What if the truth was far simpler, sweeter, and already sitting in your kitchen? They told you that aging meant slowing down, losing your spark, and quietly saying goodbye to the closeness you once enjoyed. But they were wrong. Completely wrong. I'm Dr. James, a men's health specialist with over 3 decades of experience guiding older adults across the country back to their vitality, physically, emotionally, and intimately. And what I've discovered may just shift the way you look at aging forever. Because while the common belief is that prescription drugs and hormone therapy are the only paths to feeling vibrant again, the real answer might be hiding in your fruit bowl. That's right. 4 simple, everyday fruits hold the natural compounds your body needs to enhance blood flow, awaken desire, and restore the physical connection you thought had quietly slipped away. These fruits don't just satisfy your taste buds, they support healthy circulation, gently boost libido, and reignite the flame of intimacy that many assume is gone after 60. And yes, this works even in your 70s or beyond. In fact, some of the most inspiring transformations I've seen have come from couples well into their golden years, all because they embraced these nature-backed habits. In just a moment, I'll walk you through exactly which 4 fruits to focus on, how they work inside your body, and how they can help you feel more alive, more confident, and more connected than you've felt in years. Before we dive into these powerful health allies, don't forget to tap that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss another health insight designed especially for your best years. And if you find this video helpful or eye-opening, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0, and let me know how I can better support your journey, because I truly do read every single message. Now let's begin with the first fruit on our list. It's probably already sitting in your fridge, humble and familiar. But inside, a hidden powerhouse for your circulation and intimacy? 1. Red grapes, the flow restorer. I'll be honest. Early in my career, I believed only pharmaceutical interventions could truly restore blood flow in aging patients. But over time, I started paying closer attention to those who aged differently. Men and women who somehow stayed sharp, warm, and connected. And that's when I noticed something they all had in common. A habit of eating red grapes. These vibrant, deep-colored fruits may seem simple, but don't be fooled by their appearance. Red grapes are rich in resveratrol, a naturally occurring antioxidant that goes to work deep inside your blood vessels. It helps them relax and widen, improving circulation to your muscles, your heart, your brain, and yes, even to your intimate areas. This isn't about hype, it's about real science, real results. What makes red grapes so unique is their ability to restore flow exactly where aging tries to steal it first. The lower body. Have you ever noticed cold feet, less responsiveness during intimacy, or a quicker sense of fatigue than you remember? That's blood flow. And when blood doesn't move freely, neither does energy, desire, or emotional connection. But red grapes quietly reverse that process. For men, daily consumption of these fruits has been linked to stronger, longer-lasting erections because resveratrol boosts nitric oxide, the very compound needed to trigger and maintain healthy function. And the best part? Unlike synthetic drugs, this process happens naturally, gently, and without harsh side effects. For women, red grapes help restore blood flow and sensitivity to the pelvic region, often areas affected by time and hormonal changes. That means increased comfort, warmth, and deeper emotional connection during moments of closeness. It's not just about function, it's about feeling again. I've had many older couples return to my clinic months later, beaming, not because of a pill, but because of a simple bowl of grapes and the joy and connection it quietly restored to their lives. It's not magic, it's good science and small, intentional choices. And the most exciting part? We're just getting started, because the next fruit on this list isn't only a circulation booster, it's also a powerful ally for your kidneys, and a quiet but fierce protector of your overall intimate well-being. Curious to know what it is? Let's keep going. After rediscovering the power of red grapes to restore blood flow, let's turn to a fruit that protects just as fiercely, only this time from the inside out. 2. Cranberries, the kidney guardian. If there was ever a fruit I dismissed for far too long, it was the cranberry. For years, I saw it as little more than a tart, garnish on the side of a Thanksgiving plate. Pretty, but forgettable. Just another seasonal tradition. But then something unexpected happened. I began listening more closely to my older patients, men and women in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, who still felt strong, clear-headed, and most of all, connected to their partners. And over again, one detail kept resurfacing in their stories. Cranberries. That piqued my curiosity. So I dove into the research, and what I discovered changed everything I thought I knew about this small, ruby-red fruit. Cranberries are not just good. They're one of nature's most effective protectors of the kidneys and urinary system. And if you've ever wondered what these systems have to do with intimacy, the answer is everything. As we age, kidney function naturally starts to decline. And when that happens, toxins can quietly begin building up in the body. Inflammation starts to spread, and blood flow, especially to the pelvic area, slows down. You may not notice it immediately, but over time, these subtle changes can take a major toll: lower desire, reduced sensation, frequent irritation, and for men in particular, weaker, less dependable erections. This is where cranberries come in. Packed with powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant compounds, cranberries act like a natural cleansing team for your urinary tract. They reduce inflammation, support healthy blood vessel function, and help preserve kidney performance, keeping your inner filtration system running smoothly. That may sound clinical, but the effects are anything but. For men, improved kidney health supports balanced blood pressure and enhances nitric oxide production, two essential factors in maintaining strong sexual function. That means better erections, increased stamina, and less performance anxiety. For women, cranberries often translate to fewer urinary tract infections, less dryness, and more comfort during moments of intimacy. And perhaps most importantly, a greater sense of ease and confidence, no longer distracted or discouraged by underlying discomfort. I've had patients who came to me carrying quiet frustrations, repeated urinary issues, a sense of distance in their marriage, or a loss of spark they couldn't quite explain. And after just a few weeks of incorporating cranberries into their daily routine, whether in smoothies, salads, or a small glass of unsweetened cranberry juice, they returned with lighter spirits and brighter eyes. For some, it was the first time in years they felt fully present in their own bodies again. Because when you remove silent pain and discomfort from the equation, something beautiful happens. You create space for connection. Emotional, physical, and even spiritual. That's the kind of change cranberries can bring. Not just to your kidneys, but to your whole experience of aging with grace and joy. So if you're looking for one small habit to support not only your internal health, but also your confidence and connection, let cranberries become a daily ally. You'll be surprised by how much shifts when your body is no longer distracted by what's quietly going wrong. But what if I told you there's another fruit? One that doesn't just defend, but ignites. One that awakens energy, supports testosterone production, and reminds your body how powerful it still is? That's exactly what we'll explore next. Now that you've discovered how cranberries protect and purify your system from within, it's time to turn our attention to something warmer, softer, and surprisingly powerful. 3. Papaya. The energy awakener. There's a quiet kind of magic in papaya. Maybe it's the way its golden orange flesh seems to glow like the first light of morning, or the way it melts gently on your tongue, sweet but never overwhelming, like a memory from a summer-long past. But beneath that soft texture and comforting flavor lies something even more remarkable, a deeply nourishing strength that many people over 60 overlook entirely. Papaya isn't just a tropical treat. It's one of nature's most underrated tools for restoring male vitality and reigniting total body circulation. I remember clearly a visit from one of my longtime patients, a retired school principal named Thomas. He was in his early 70s, disciplined, active, and kind. But when he sat down in my office, his energy told another story. He was tired, worn out, and he spoke quietly about how his connection with his wife had faded into more of a memory than a present reality. He wasn't sleeping well, his body felt sluggish, his confidence was low, And yet, by all accounts, he was doing everything right. Eating clean, walking every day, avoiding alcohol. But that spark? It just wasn't there. That's when I suggested something simple. No medications, no drastic changes. Just 1 cup of fresh papaya each morning, blended with a spoonful of Greek yogurt. Nothing more. 3 weeks later, Thomas returned with a smile on his face that I hadn't seen in years. His posture was straighter, his voice stronger. He said, "Doc, I don't know what's happening, but I feel like myself again." And I knew. The papaya had begun its quiet work. Rich in essential vitamins A, C, and E, papaya is also loaded with enzymes like papain, which aid digestion, reduce inflammation, and improve nutrient absorption. But what truly makes papaya a powerhouse for older adults is its ability to support testosterone production naturally, while enhancing circulation throughout the entire body. That combination leads to what many men describe as a second wind, firmer, more sustainable erections, renewed morning energy, and a sense of vigor they thought had been left behind with their younger years. For women, papaya is just as transformative. It supports estrogen balance, enhances blood flow to the pelvic region, and reduces discomfort or dryness during intimacy. Just as importantly, papaya helps the adrenal glands, the body's frontline stress managers, function more efficiently, reducing fatigue and improving relaxation. That means you're more present, more comfortable, and more open to closeness. And the beauty of it all? Papaya isn't a drug. It's not a supplement. It's a fruit. A vibrant, delicious, spoonable fruit that fits easily into breakfast and starts working before you even realize it. No warnings, no side effects. Just a gentle return of confidence, desire, and connection. Because intimacy after 60 doesn't need to be dramatic. It just needs to feel real. And papaya delivers. Not with flash or fireworks, but with warmth, steadiness, and the quiet spark of aliveness that so many thought they had lost. But the story doesn't end there, because the next fruit on our list not only nurtures your hormones, but also cradles your heart, balances your mood, and helps you sleep more peacefully than you have in years. Let's discover it together. 4. Cherries. The intimacy booster. There's something quietly comforting about cherries. Maybe it's their rich, velvet red color that feels almost like candlelight in a bowl. Or maybe it's the way they make you slow down. You don't rush through cherries. You savor them, one by one. And as it turns out, that gentle rhythm mirrors exactly what they do for your body. Especially when it comes to restoring connection, intimacy, and warmth after 60. I remember a couple I once worked with, both in their late 60s, married for over 4 decades. They loved each other deeply, but something had shifted. The husband described feeling disconnected from his own body, sluggish, low in confidence, grieving a passion he thought was lost forever. His wife, patient and kind, missed their closeness, but didn't want to pressure him. They came to me, looking not for a miracle, but for a spark. I told them, "Try cherries." They raised their eyebrows, but they trusted me. 2 months later, they walked back into my office, smiling, laughing, touching each other's arm mid-sentence. That spark? It had returned. Why? Because cherries are far more than a sweet snack. They're rich in anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that reduce inflammation, increase nitric oxide production, and boost blood flow. That means more oxygen, more vitality, and more sensation, especially in the places where intimacy lives. For older men, this improved circulation can mean firmer, longer-lasting erections, without the side effects or stress of synthetic medication. For women, cherries enhance pelvic blood flow, easing dryness, increasing sensitivity, and helping intimacy feel less like pressure and more like pleasure. But it doesn't stop there. Cherries are also one of the best natural sources of melatonin, the sleep hormone. That means deeper rest, better hormone balance, and lowered cortisol, your stress hormone. And when you sleep well, your mind clears, your emotions soften, and you naturally become more open to connection again. One of the most beautiful things about cherries is how gentle they are. No jolt, no crash. Just steady, nourishing support that brings your body and mind back into rhythm. I've seen relationships reignited not by grand gestures, but by this quiet, natural fruit, helping couples feel safe in their own skin again. And now that you've met all 4 of these powerful allies, red grapes, cranberries, papaya, and cherries, you might be wondering, where do I even begin? Can something this simple really make a difference? Sometimes, as we grow older, we start to quietly accept less from life. Less energy, less intimacy, less connection. Not because we want to, but because it seems like that's just how aging is supposed to be. But from one human being to another, let me tell you something that I've seen hold true across thousands of lives. That belief is simply not true. You are not finished. You are not too old. And your body has not given up on you. What you've heard today may sound like a small shift, just adding fruit to your diet. But these 4 fruits represent something so much bigger. They are a symbol of daily intention. A reminder to your body that it's still capable of healing, that your circulation can improve, that your hormones can rebalance, that your connection to your partner or to yourself can be rekindled. Think about what your body has carried you through: the sleepless nights raising children, the long days working, the griefs, the joys, the laughter, the losses. Every moment you've lived, your body has been with you through it all. And now, in this chapter where you finally have time to enjoy life, not just survive it, you deserve to feel strong. You deserve to feel touched, to be seen, to be vibrant and alive. Red grapes, cranberries, papaya, cherries. These aren't miracle cures. They are nature's quiet revolution. They don't crash into your system like pills. They whisper to your cells, your nerves, your heart, saying, you still have more to give. They work where medications often cannot. Through the tiniest vessels, the delicate hormonal pathways, the emotional memory that remembers what it feels like to be close and to be alive. So tomorrow morning, when you look at your fruit bowl or your grocery list, I hope you see more than just food. I hope you see a decision. A decision to believe that your best days might still be ahead. A decision to reclaim what time tried to steal. This isn't about reversing time. It's about meeting yourself where you are, with grace, with courage, and with quiet strength. Because even if the world has gone quieter around you, your spirit does not have to. You've spent a lifetime giving. Now, it's time to give back to yourself. And the most beautiful part, this journey doesn't begin with a prescription. It begins with a piece of fruit, and the belief that you still matter. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching. Here's to living life on your own terms.